What's good, LATD Nation? We back in here with another video for y'all. Of course, you already know who we are at this time, so we're just going to go ahead straight into it.
Yes, sir.
What details are we looking at today, big homie?
The details of Squid Game Season 2 that just came out, the long-awaited sequel season to a series that really took the world by storm in 2021. I myself remember, being in my not even freshman, I'm tripping. My senior year of college, and this show called Squid Game came out. I started hearing about it. Started seeing these people in these costumes or whatever. And
These
I was
PlayStation masks and whatever.
Yeah, and I'm sitting here. I'm like, that was kind of weird. Now, mind you, in the midst of all the Squid Game hype, I actually never watched it at the time. I just, it kind of escaped me. But I remember about a year or so later, I was like, man, I need some shows to watch. And so I was like, no, let me go ahead and get on Squid Game. Ended up binge watching the entire first season in late 2022 going into 2023, I believe. So this has been a while ago. And, I'm a huge fan of Squid Game. I really, really enjoyed the first season. I think that it is every bit as good as the hype warranted. And I've been, of course, like many people, been awaiting season 2 for quite some time. And it's finally here. And we're going to give you all our thoughts, our opinion on it. So first of all, what did you think?
Well, I thought it was great. I don't think it was as good as the first one, but I still thought it was great overall. It was to the point where I love Squid Game, first of all. At first, I wasn't going to watch the first season again because I thought it was, there's nothing really keeping me here. It's kind of weird, blah, blah, blah. But I'm like, no, it's actually kind of fire. Let me go ahead and strike this back up. So I was binge watching season 2 like a couple weeks ago, right? And it was to the point, I loved it to the point where I even had a dream about it. We were all back in high school.
Nightmare, really.
No, it was a dream. We were all back in nightmare. I'm tripping. We were all back in high school, all back in high school and everything, playing against like our old alma mater, our high school. But the South Korean version, the South Korean division of our high school. So I
didn't even know that existed.
And then we beat the brakes off them in basketball. So it's like, I was invested with this show for sure. I'm glad to see Gi-yoon's back. Trying to find the front man and the owners of the game and trying to stop it.
Yeah,
I thought that was a good premise and everything.
Yeah. Speaking on that, I can't pronounce his name. The actor who plays Gi-yeon, but he was great. I really did like how he portrays him as a more haunted, more broken shell of himself.
Oh yeah,
I thought that was really well done.
Because in the first season, he was very much. Sorry, I mean to cut you off, but
you're good.
In the first season, he was like this really kind-hearted dude, and the guy who plays him is named Jung Jae, Jung Jae Lee or Lee Jung Jae. So he did a really good job as well in this one. I like the whole compare and contrast, like you said, from him being this sunny, optimistic, nice guy in the first one, then to being this somewhat broken, somewhat jaded version of him, and really wants to stop this game at all costs.
Yeah, exactly. Like I really love.
Well, I wouldn't say at all costs though, but go ahead. I'm sorry.
I really think that it was great to kind of see him portray a different kind of version of him. This is 2 years removed from him getting out of the game, having won it, and you see he's very broken.
3 years?
Matter of fact,
it was 3 years.
Three. So yeah, it's about 3 years later, and he's broken, he's haunted, and his whole life has pretty much been taken over by his desire to destroy these games. And, I can't really blame him because of, the circumstances that he found himself in because of them. So, yeah, of course, he was really great. I don't know the actor who plays Junho, the detective, who discovered at the end of the first season that the front man, as in the main person running the games, is his brother.
Right.
Because originally he went into the games to track down his brother.
Right, but nobody believed him.
Yeah, and the twist was that his brother was the person running the games.
Right, and played by Byung-hun Lee, or Lee Byung-hun, as it says on Google right here. Now, Lee Byung-hun was one of my favorite action stars back in like the 2010s. Because if y'all remember, he played Storm Shadow in both of the G.I. Joe movies.
That's where I thought he was.
But he also played, this is my three of his roles that I remember the most. He also played Billy in the Magnificent Seven 2016 remake with Denzel Washington.
Oh, did he?
And Ethan Hawke, yeah.
Oh, I ain't this shit.
He was a guy with the knives.
It's been okay. I got you. It's been a minute since I seen that. That's a good movie though.
So he's definitely one person that I noticed the most out of all of them because well, I'm not Korean, so so there you go. But Junho is definitely another one of my favorite characters as well.
Junho is easily my favorite character. I really like his resolve as a detective. I really love, his spirit. Just as far as like he's basically until him and Ji-hun kind of join forces, or Gi-hun, whatever.
Gi-hun.
Until they join forces, he's basically a one-man army going up against him. I really like that resolve that he has, and that spirit and that dedication to it.
Oh, most definitely. Like, and Byung-hun Lee playing the front man was also great as well, because it turns out he's actually the first player in this season.
Yeah, so they flipped the game on its head, because in this season they end up being back in the game. But the twist is that Gi-hun voluntarily goes back into the games in order to destroy it from within, from the inside. And Junho leads his team in basically tracking it down and trying to find the island where it is to kind of destroy everything.
Right, but this man, the front man was actually like 2 steps ahead
the entire time.
This man Gi-hun is playing checkers. This man front man playing chess.
For sure, and he does a really, really good job of portraying somebody who is for the people in this game. He does a really, really good job of getting everybody's trust, earning everybody's respect. But there is like a couple of moments where he kind of tries to sabotage them and set them up for failure.
Right.
Like in the 6-legged race.
Yeah, the little second game, yeah.
Yeah, where like they're kind of doing the the relay or whatever.
Right.
And at the end where he has to
do the little spinning top thing, and you notice, because keep in mind, everybody knows that that the front man is player 1. And fun fact, player 1 in the last season was that old man who was actually the owner and creator of the game.
Oh yeah,
who was dying and then didn't want to die in a mundane way. Mm-hmm. So that's why the old man was in there. So I like how I do like that significance that player 1 is always like always has something to do with the games being ran. Yeah. Or something like that is always like a major part of the game, But player 1, front man, he keeps like messing up on purpose. But you peep that, and everybody knows that he's the mole essentially.
Well, now I won't say they know, but they're suspicious.
Well, I mean, I'm in the audience.
Oh, the audience, okay, yeah.
The audience knows that he's the mole, and he does a really good job, like you said, gaining everybody's trust. Like, he's kind of like Gi-hun's opposite, if we're being honest.
Yeah, literally.
Because Gi-hun gains people's trust off just because he's a natural born leader anyway. Well, maybe not born, I don't know. But he's like a leader anyway, and he wants to see his daughter bad, but he can't because he has to stop this whole crusade with the game.
Yeah, exactly. And so, there was a lot of, I mean, it's not as, of course, with us having seen the original season now, and it being 3 years later, it's definitely not as surprising or shocking, but it does a good job of turning it on its head, because, it's the same thing, but they do it in a different way. They do slightly different things. They bring in new games, and there's the whole outside component, and now you've got Junho and all of them looking for the island where the games are ran. There's just a lot of things that are there to kind of break up what could have been maybe a sophomore slump. So, yeah, it definitely overall lived up to expectations, in my opinion. I do believe that it left off in a really interesting place. I really like a lot of the players that were introduced in this season, and I think that's actually one of the strongest aspects of it is the new assortment and cast of characters that are in the game.
Right, like that dude Thanos, played by this Korean rapper, singer, songwriter named Top.
Yeah,
like he was that dude was I don't know how to put it, but let's just say he used to take a lot of candy before every game.
Oh yeah,
this man would start dancing randomly in the middle of the games, pushing people. Oh, like this guy, was a menace. That
was a really, really good performance by that actor, for real. Because he was getting on my nerves
with that little merry-go-round game. Just seeing him and his other friend just do like the little rodeo thing with their arms are locked and they're just dancing in a circle. That was funny to see, because it's just like y'all are literally in danger.
and just treating it like it's like a game for real.
Like y'all can't die, and it's like
literally.
And then, but another,
so that was a standout.
Another standout performance was the salesman in like the first episode, the one that got Gi-yoon and everybody that's in the game anyway.
Yeah,
the one who they played Dachi with, and they played by this guy named Gong Yoo. There's another Korean actor. I think he's Korean. I want to make sure. Korean. Another Korean actor. But he does a really good job being like this really like unhinged, like playing the salesman, like really unhinged, because they play like Russian roulette, and everything about him is like based around a game. Like, he's kind of like the Korean version of Two-Face, just without the coin. But it does use a bunch of games in order to decide people's fates.
Basically, no. So definitely a lot of strong stand. I almost feel like some of the characters in this one, in a way, in my opinion, kind of matched up to the supporting cast of the first season. Me personally, I'll say that.
See, and that's what problem. I gotta disagree with you there, because
I like the mom and the son a lot.
I like the mom and the son a lot too, but a lot of these characters don't really, for me, in my opinion, don't really match up to the ones in season one, just because you're so focused on trying to get the games, focus on Gi-yoon to stopping all the games. So I think that's why I didn't really care much for the side characters in this one.
Yeah,
but the other ones in the season one make that whole story.
Loki, I guess I see what you're saying, because this season it doesn't feel like it's as much about the other characters as it's much about Gi-hun's personal quest.
Right, exactly.
They're almost more kind of sideline. I mean, they're of course side characters, but they're kind of sideline more so. Whereas the first one, where it was more just about pure survival and then forging these relationships.
But don't get me wrong, they're still cool. This is but they're just not as strong as the other ones. But one of them that did die though, I forgot her name, but oh man, I think I found it. Ji Young, she gets killed in this one. I was upset, bro. That hurt me. That hurt me to my core, bro. I was just like, why her? It is like
facts. I agree. It was in the
little merry-go-round thing, and she couldn't get in the door because somebody else pushed her out of the way. I was devastated, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, same here. I definitely was.
But
I agree. But ultimately, solid season. I can't wait to see what they do, especially with the cliffhanger with the front man, of course, sort of fading back into his role, kind of setting them up, because as we know, at the end of the season, they sort of rebel, I guess you could say, and they go directly at the headquarters of the front man and his colleagues and associates and whatnot.
Right.
And so obviously Gi-hun ends up getting captured along with his friend.
Mm-hmm.
His friend from back
home. Oh no, he didn't get captured.
He got killed.
He gets killed.
That's another one of my favorite characters. And now Gi-hun really got to get his get back.
Right.
That's all I remember saying. Once I finished that episode, I said, you got to get your get back.
Yeah, but ultimately, personally, I would give this one a 9 out of 10 for me.
Yeah.
The only reason why it's not a 10 is just because I didn't care much for the characters.
I got you.
Like I did in season one, because like I mentioned, season one characters really carried that story. And because it's so focused on winning the games and everything and survival, I think that's what really just made these characters pop out more, made them more personable, made you want to root for them. But now you just, like we said, you just rooting for Gi-yoon to stop the games overall.
Oh yeah, for sure. He got to get his lick back for sure. Because for him to kill him in front, or I'm unalive. My fault, you two. For him to unalive him in front of him and taunt him. Yeah, now Gi-hun, he cannot take that for real. Yeah. I cannot wait to see. And I think that with the show like this, I think it is smart that they're only doing 3 seasons, because I think that there's only so much you can do. Because if there was a third time them doing the actual games, I think that would get redundant. I feel like this third season is going to be almost more sort of like a war. Like a war within the
games themselves.
Yeah. I don't know if it's going to be exactly them playing the games. For sure, it's got to be some different variant. But I'm glad that they're ending it with just 3 seasons, because you get to like season 4 and 5 or something like this, and it just would lose what made it what it was to begin with. So I'm glad that they're having that quality control with it. It's supposed to come out in 2025, so this year.
So I can't wait to see more of it, man.
It was filmed back to back with season 2. Yeah, it was
so they're trying to get this out the way.
Yeah, for sure.
But still, even with all that being said, it's still a well made show. I loved it, man. Like I said,
I had a really good time.
Like that dream that there was a fake Christian school, Korean division. I was we had to go play there. I was like, dang, like this is nice.
I don't know, man. Squid Game, there's just something fun about Squid Game. It almost feels like Squid Game, whenever it comes back, it's like it's special. Like Squid Game feels like a moment in time almost. Like it's such a cultural phenomenon, and we don't really see that happen with too many shows these days. So I'm glad Squid Game season 2 came out and met expectations for me and for the general consensus, and I'm just happy to see where they go with it. Any predictions as to what's gonna happen in season 3?
Everything's gonna show up all right. Everything's gonna be all right. The front man's gonna die.
For sure. Junho, that's gonna be a crazy one right there. How's Junho? And
I kind of want Junho to do it though.
I think Junho's gonna. I think it could be Gi-hun and Junho.
Yeah, because the thing
Junho, they're gonna get their.
Yeah, because the front man shot Junho in the last season, shot him in the shoulder off the ridge.
But I feel like he did that on purpose to save his life. To a degree.
Yeah, to a degree, yeah.
Because usually, as we see with the front man, he aims for the head.
Right. Because
the thing you notice about him.
Because the thing is, but I don't think Junho wants to kill him, or unalive him. But the thing, but I don't think he wants to unalive him, kill him. But the thing is, I think he wants to try to save him. So,
if anything, that being his brother,
however he can. But I think I don't know if it's gonna work because he's too far gone.
Yeah,
like he's the leader of the whole of the games itself.
Yeah, exactly.
He's like the manager of the games itself. Well,
basically, no, he's like the. I mean, I guess he's the leader now because.
Well, yeah, because the dude died, the old guy died, so it's like. But yeah, I think that's what's going to end up happening because like I said, I think he's just too far gone. Because it's like he wouldn't go through all that to protect the games. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I agree.
If he wanted to leave.
And another aspect of it, you've never really seen him have any remorse or any inch of a conscience at all. Like he doesn't really seem. He just seems like you said too far gone. He just doesn't seem like he has a soul at this point. So
exactly.
I just don't see how he's gonna be saved. I think maybe Junho might lose his life in trying to save his brother. I hope not, because that's my favorite character, like I said.
But I do hope Junho doesn't betray Gi-yoon. Like
that's true. True, because he doesn't know that that's his brother yet. Nobody knows who he is yet.
Exactly, and the thing is, I figured that captain of that boat that Junho uses to keep looking for the island. I figured that he was like an inside man though. Yeah, like I figured that right off the rip.
And he was kind of just leading Junho in just circles for 2 years basically.
Exactly.
Matter of fact, at the end of season 1, didn't his brother reveal himself to Junho?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, he did. So yeah, Gi-hun doesn't know what his relation is to him yet. Right. And I think Junho actually purposely has been like keeping that a secret,
Right. But I don't think it's because he's like a mole or anything. He wants to find his brother. I agree. He wants his brother to come back, I think. But
I agree with that. But yeah, I mean that's pretty much all I got. Same. It's definitely going to be one of the most, explosive finales we've seen in TV in a long time, in a few years, honestly, because there ain't too many shows as big culturally as Squid Game right now. Right. We don't really get too many shows like this. We don't get really too many moments where a new season of a show kind of shuts the internet down. It's very difficult to do. And I'm just glad that we're getting more of that very, very soon, because that wait for season 2 was shit. That took forever.
Yeah, but I can't wait till the next season though. But with that being said, we got more videos coming for y'all. We appreciate all the love and support from y'all. With that being said, I've been Jay.
This has been Rodney.
We are LATD. Remember, y'all, always look at the details. Peace.